G-Beard, I can't say I'm particularly impressed with the way you treat your own supporters over this BLM dispute. Listen, I am not the enemy, and I am very sympathetic. I don't think I've treated any of my listeners like the enemy.
Sam actually comes in with a map, and he goes, here are the insurgents. These are the enemies.
I'm not. Listen,
I am the show at a little past 1.
I am making what I think is a reasoned argument, and to the extent that there are people who are sort of see this as us and them, and enemy and not enemy, I can tell you it is not me.
Also, you perceive like your family as the enemy. Matt
That's
and I
right.
as the enemy.
No.
Mark Maron, major enemy.
No, Maron's not the enemy.
Really?
Matt and Michael.
Enemy. Well,
No,
I already
not
noted
Maron.
that. Okay.
Just, I really just think my
Just family. Okay.
My family.
Actually, let's see how we should flip that around. No one is the enemy besides your family.
There's no need to scoff at and arrogantly dismiss and put down people who don't share your particular take. No, first of all, there is.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, there is. There's every reason to do that. But I mean, have you listened to the audio of, I mean, do you want me to read emails to you about this stuff?
Read that email. That email is fucking...
Which one? The email about how I don't get that, like, it's a stand-up.
Yeah, read that one.
It's like, if I'm not going to read it.
Oh, I think we do need to read that one.
All right, maybe I'll read
I
it.
do know that one, and it does need to be read.
What about the poor event organizers? Do you know how much time it takes to put together an event? Sam?
Event organizing does take a lot of time. That is actually a valid point, okay? Event organizing is stressful business.
I can't find it.Maybe I'll read it later. It's not that important. But I mean, look,
I found
the bottom
it.
line
Can I
is
read
I've
it?
never seen such a level of vigor. And nobody can point to one thing that is problematic other than they felt that these protesters were rude and mean and ruined somebody's event. And I'm sorry. It's politics. It's politics. I mean, let's grow up here. If you want to come to me and say, like, look, here's the evidence that this has hurt Bernie Sanders' chance, and you're a Bernie supporter, and you want him to win, how can you possibly support both those things? And no one's come to me with that because it's not true. There's no evidence for it. And there's a demonstrable evidence to the contrary. And certainly what is clear is that Bernie Sanders disagrees with you.
Someone has presented as evidence on Twitter that if you search online the terms Sanders and Putin, people are saying, how can Bernie stand up to Vladimir Putin?
Oh, that's right. The conservatives would certainly not disparage Bernie Sanders, but for what's going on with Black Lives Matter. I mean, honestly,
I disagree with
folks,
the guy's
give me a
economic
break.
policies, but I thought he would really stand up to Vladimir Putin until this whole Black Lives Matter thing. I mean,
what are you going to do? Have,
really
have an
disturbing.
event and Putin's going to come up and say, I'll take that microphone.
Mike
Didn't you people
check,
see-
Mike check, or else your lives matter too. You get out of the way, Jew president. Mic check, mic check, mic check. We are taking microphone until NATO is reformed. You will listen, you will be respect, or you don't like us.
Putin doing a mic check is the best thing I've ever heard.